This Corecon training video, it's exploring Corecon's second feature under Correspondence called Journals. Corecon can record and track basic project correspondence using the Journals feature. For example, journals can be letters, emails, faxes, notes, and phone conversations. Each type of journal can have a reminder and due dates, alerting staff members on when to follow up. Journals solves a very common communication problem. Oftentimes, contractors will email outside project team members using Microsoft Outlook or Gmail and will CC their own staff. The problem with this scenario is that the recipient replies just to the originator and does not use the reply all option. Then staff members that are initially CC'd will not get the follow-up response. As a result, each individual will have countless emails in their inbox, but nobody will be on the same page. The issue can be eliminated if project correspondence is documented using Corecon's journal feature. There's a few reminders to consider before we begin. First, make sure that all companies referenced in journals are in the lead directory or project directory. You may also want to review the list of journal types found in Global Settings, under Feature Settings, and under Correspondence, called journal types, which can be used to categorize records. Remember that when you email a journal, it will include a hyperlink allowing the respondent to comment online through the TeamLink portal. This is preferred method as opposed to printing the journal. The originator or from contact will get an alert when a response has been posted in the portal. Responses that are sent through the standard email and not through the portal will need to be moved from the email module inbox feature and be reassociated with the original journal. After receiving the response, be sure to mark the journal closed by clicking the pencil icon next to the journal details shown at the top. This way only open items will appear in the correspondence calendar and alerts views. The Create Follow-up Journal button shown at the top can create another journal which would also link the two records. The first thing we want to show is how to create a new journal. To do that, go to Journals, over to Actions, and Add Manually. Although most records and transactions in Corecon already have a correspondence feature, journals can also be used to document things not usually covered within Corecon's other correspondence methods. So I'm going to issue a journal. I'm going to backdate it a few days and issue time. We'll let Corecon number the journals sequentially at the project level. And we're going to remind by email subcontractors that there is a form they need to fill out and return weekly. We're going to set a reminder date for the following Thursday and a due date the following Friday. I'm going to use the project manager as the contact. And a simple message reminding them to turn in these forms. If you like, you can also reference the prime contract number, a drawing, location, spec, other. Then click Next. Next, we want to include everyone we're expecting to receive this from. And we'll click Add and Next. Next, we're going to just drag the blank form as an attachment into this rectangle. So let's drag in the prevailing wage form. It's a blank copy that you can fill out, sign, and send back. And while we're at it, we're also going to just attach a copy of the wage scale determination for this project. And then we'll click Add and Finish. It's important to remember to complete the reminder date and due date. These dates allow this journal to show up on alerts and calendars. If you need to make an edit, just click the Edit button. Let's change these due dates. Let's change the reminder date and the due date. We'll also add to the comment. Maybe we'll want to also highlight that portion, click bold, underline, and we'll also make it red. We won't mark the journal as closed until everyone has responded and returned their forms. But closing this record will take it off of the alerts and calendars. So you will want to do that periodically. And click Save and Close. The next step is to send this out. We're going to go to Actions and Send Journal. Now we designated this journal type as an email. It's going to select the recipients, the attachments, and at the bottom you can preview what the email will look like and click Send Email. Now let's skip to the TeamLink portal and take a look at how the subcontractor will see this information. This TeamLink portal is for Pinnacle Specialties. If we open the journals, you'll see there's one available. There's the form. If we scroll down, Jesse, the subcontractor, may enter a response. Then we can click Save. Before we do, note that there's no reference to the other subcontractors this was sent to. Then we'll click Save. Then the subcontractor would drop those files into this small rectangle. Now back to the Corecon browser solution. The way you'll see this, we'll just go back out to Correspondence, back into Journals. To refresh that, and you can see now the response that Pinnacle Specialties has sent in. And if we scroll down a little farther, files uploaded in the TeamLink portal, there's their completed forms. Let's suggest, though, for a minute that we didn't get a response from Stick of Concrete. So if we go to the top of the journal and click Create Follow-up Journal, then we can click Next and select Stick of Concrete. Click Add and Next and drag some additional files. We wouldn't add the blank forms again, but we can link them so we can avoid using up the storage. So let's go to Link Existing Files since we've already used it. We'll switch this to Journals. And there are the two forms that we sent out, the blank forms we sent out with the original email. Click Skip and Finish. If you'd like to print out a copy of the journal, you can go to Reports, click Journal Details. I'll just print the PDF so you can preview it. It is in a letter form. You may also want to save that PDF to this as a linked file. If we go back to the journal list, you can see that the follow-up journal is attached to the original journal. If we go to reports, you can also print a journal log. And let's go back to that original journal and click Edit. You'll notice that the types of journals can be set up and customized in your global settings. But journals are used for more than just email. If you have incoming faxes or letters, memos, or even need to record a conversation or a note, journals can also be used to document that information. This comes in handy if the fax or letter is coming into the corporate office and you need to share that and document that fax or letter with the project manager or superintendent working on site. Back to journal information. If you'd like to know more about this subject, we encourage you to go to the knowledge base articles, to leads and projects, to correspondence, and then to journals. The information included in this video, as well as more detailed information, can be found in this knowledge base article.